Lots of divots from heavy furniture. And I'm going to use the 175 Rotary machine today. And I'll be using Green Dragon
I'm not done. I got just
solution, which I pretty much is my go-to right now. Green Dragon from the End Cap store. And I'm not a dealer for either product. I know somebody asked me if I was getting paid or something. I like the machine from, I think it's called, look at that deer. Ooh, looks like it's going to attack me. Coming right towards me. That's crazy. And then in the background, you can see another one and a baby. Wild. This is in a town called Seebeck, and there were just tons of deer everywhere. Obviously, the folks in this area feed these animals, and that's why they're so comfortable there. But anyway, I'm not a dealer. The company for the Rotary is, I believe it's Farag or Farag Janitorial. I could give you the information or a link. It was only $699 and then $39 for shipping. This machine comes with the water gravity-fed tank, which I don't have on there. It comes with a grout brush, carpet brush, pad driver, and I get the pads from the End Cap store. They're Ironman pads, which I typically use. Today I'm using a Mighty microfiber with some scrubbing strips I got from the End Cap store. I wanted to give it a try. I think I'm probably going to stick with the Ironman. They seem to be the best, but I wanted to see how these would work. And these carpets had some wear along the sides where the bed was. I don't know if you could see back there behind me on my left, or if you're facing the video on the upper right side. A real heavy dark area, and I get all that out. You'll see as I go along. And I'm taking my time with the machine. I'll probably do a video to help somebody out on how to use a rotary machine, since I've been learning myself. Once I get through this room, once I got into the living room, man, it was really simple. I guess it's a swing machine, so you swing it, but when I got in the living room, I could swing it from one end of the room to the other, and I didn't have to have it tucked tight against my body because it was wide open. And I saw some really good results when it was moving fast, because I could swing it over and then back and forth a couple times. So instead of just slowly going over it, it was kind of a faster pace cleaning, seemed to me. But anyway, there's, you lift up and it goes one direction, you push down, it goes the other direction. If you want more control, you kind of tuck it right up under your, right where your belt buckle would be, and kind of put 1 foot forward, and then you can dominate the machine. This is a 100-pound machine, so it can get away from you if you're not careful. I don't use the water tank simply because I like to have dwell time when I pre-spray. I usually pre-spray. I've been using the Green Dragon product, and I'll pre-spray it and I'll wait about 10 minutes and then I'll start cleaning. And with the gravity-fed tank on there, I did try it out. I tried it a couple of different places. I didn't film it, but I like the concept. I just don't like the fact that it's just directly feeding and there's no dwell time involved. I feel like I get a better clean when I let it dwell. But I do see some people that do it the other way. They use a bottle and they pre-treat all the traffic and spots ahead of time, and then they use their gravity-fed machine just kind of as needed when they're going over the job, which is cool. But this product, again, was only $699, and then $39 to ship it, which was cheap. I replaced the wheels because I wanted bigger wheels. It seemed easier to get it up and down the stairs. I have a video showing an unboxing where I got those wheels. Got a whole set of 4 of them for $36. But the manufacturer, if you go back and you, excuse me, watch my videos, I had some questions and problems, and I ended up fixing it, and the manufacturer still called me, offered to take it back. I said, no, I got it fixed. And then I told them what had happened, with the handle, and I had some stripped bolts, and so they sent me an entire new handle, which is about $150. They sent that to me for free, and then they issued a 5% credit back on the total purchase because I experienced some difficulties up front. So they definitely earned my vote of confidence. Their customer service skills were great, and the product's great. Somebody asked if it was plastic. There's no plastic on this. It's the only plastic thing might be that top cap. I don't know what they call that, but everything is really heavy duty, solid metal. Weighs 100 pounds. It has that special collar on the handle, which is kind of cool. It's got you pull the handle, and it has a ball bearing, I guess, that drops and lets that thing move up and down, so it locks in place. And that took a little getting used to, but other than that, I've got the hang of it. It has two little switches, left or right, on the top. Push the switch in to release the security handle, and then you can pull the trigger, and that starts it right up. But again, it's not a $2,800 or $3,200 Mighty Trinity or whatever they are, the big expensive ones, and it's not a $2,600 Challenger. This one's a Rotary. It's not a Orbital. But I'm seriously considering purchasing a second one just to have. I really enjoy the machine. I'm starting to really get the hang of it. Like I said, when I get into the living room here, I can really move it fast. This first room I was doing slow for the video, but I can kind of swing it from one side of the room to the other, and I can make really, really short work of a big room. And then if there's a heavier traffic pattern, I can spend more time on it and get that out. So you can see there, it took that whole traffic that was along the side of the bed completely out. I'm going to work my way out the door here. I'm not going to show all of the rotary cleaning, just this room. I'll show you the after. I am going to rake it. With the bigger machine, I can see why. Like the Auric, I can make little triangles if I want to, but with this bigger machine, it really flattens out one direction and then pulls back the other direction. So definitely worthwhile to use the carpet rake or post vac. And I'm gonna use the carpet rake, and I'll put that on this video as well. I'm hiding in the closet from you guys. There we go. So if you have any questions about the equipment, the chemicals, stuff like that, feel free to give me a call. I'm not pushing anything on anyone. I just use what I think works. You can look in all my videos. I used to mix up some stuff, and then I used Soap Daddy. Primetime enzyme. I like that product. Someone asked me about that. Chuck Watson asked me about that, and I told him, he asked why I quit using it. I found the Green Dragon, and it does hot water extraction and VLM, so it's got a multi-purpose to it, and it cleans so well. I think it has an oxy in it as well, which is probably a sodium percarbonate. I don't know, but that's a dry form of hydrogen peroxide. So I used to buy the 20 volume peroxide, and I would use that constantly, but it got up, I think it was $7 or $8 a gallon at Sally's beauty supply store, and I ended up using quite a bit of it. Some guys say they pour 32 ounces into their 2-gallon sprayer. I mean, that's a waste in my opinion, because if you think about it, the 20 volume, the whole gallon is 6%. So if I take that 1 gallon and I pour it into a gallon of water, I have now created 3%, which is your typical over-the-counter. Now that would be good for cleaning. But if you poured half a gallon into a gallon and a half, now you're down to 1.5. So if you put 32 ounces into your sprayer, you've diluted it to the point to where it's no longer doing anything. Basically, it becomes water. It's H2O2. When the gases explode, it does become water, but it's more effective. The 20 volume, I used to use it straight. I just put it in a bottle and spray it on pet urine and stuff like that. Or if I had a really dirty carpet and it had a lot of organic stains, I would just, sometimes, I'm not kidding you, I'd just dump 2 gallons of it in my sprayer and then add my degreaser and then do it that way. But the cost to use the Green Dragon, I'll use about between 4 to 8 ounces in my 2 gallon sprayer. Usually 4 ounces per gallon, 8 ounces in a whole container. So when you have a 6-pound jar and you're only using 4 little scoops per job, it lasts. And it, like I said, I'm not adding any boosters, I'm not adding any other crap to it, I'm not spending $6 or $7 on 20 volume. I'm just using the Green Dragon. So, and again, I'm not sponsored by them. I don't make any money for telling you guys about it. I'm not an affiliate. I just like the product at this point. That's what I'm using. And they're pretty innovative. Damon Williams, they sent me a sample. I think they're building upon their Green Dragon product and coming out with a Green Dragon product that I'm sure you'll see here when they come out with it. I'm not sure what it is, but I got a sample and it's a higher pH with a higher amount of oxy, which is peroxide. And it's going to be, a higher pH Green Dragon for dirtier, real rat nasty carpets. So I'm excited to see that when that comes out. But that's just, a lot of people like tips and ideas. And if you're pouring 3 ounces or 4 ounces of laundry soap, 5 ounces of some other degreaser, half a cup of ammonia, and 32 ounces of Sally's Beauty Supply, not only is your truck just got way too many chemicals in it, you're spending more money than I'm spending just using the Green Dragon. So I don't see the point behind it. But anyway, there you go. Looking beautiful. I'm going to show you the outcome here. I'm going to speed up the raking. I'm wiping my feet off. It's raining outside. I do live in the state of Washington. And so I do believe now, I was not raking as much with the Auric, but I definitely am a believer when you're using a bigger machine. Mine's a 17-inch rotary, but I'm using 19.5-inch Ironman pads. I think the Mighty microfiber was 19-inch, so it hangs over a little bit. That way I don't have to worry about scuffing up wall boards and stuff like that. But yeah, by raking the pile back in an upwards direction, or even back and forth, you can see it gets rid of all those matted down darker areas where the light on those matted down areas, the light will just reflect shadows. So this pushes the fibers up and lightens it up, and when the customer comes in, they're the first ones to put their foot marks on it, which is kind of nice. They're paying for it, so why not let them have it looking almost new? And this is the regular Grande groomer you can get online, and it's got the more aggressive clear bristles on it. I have the other one as well, which has the black soft bristles for flat carpet that's not frisé like this. But yeah, it did a good job today in here. These are older carpets. These folks are, like I said, are moving back to New York. He's retiring from the military. So they want to get their deposit back. And I don't see why they wouldn't. This is the master. Surprisingly, doing this step, it took me, the actual time it took was almost 11 minutes to rake 3 bedrooms, a hallway, and a large living room, and of course the closets. But so it does take time, you know. If you were not conscientious and you didn't care, you could be in and out of there in a lot less time. But I think this step's important. It definitely makes the work look a lot better. And here it's just strange looking through the camera. You know, the traffic lanes, they appear in the camera a lot darker than they normally do, you know, from the human eye. And I know other carpet cleaners that make videos, you know, both VLM and hot water extraction have noticed that. I don't know if there's a setting or something we can do, but the shadows just appear a lot darker. All right. So there you go. That was the 175 Rotary. I had a blast here. Just had a lunch break. I thought I would post this. I have a condominium building that I'm going to do a bunch of units in. I think I'll throw an additional video up today.